Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm David. Let's talk about Survivor 49, episode 12. Penultimate episode?
Yeah, it truly
Next week's
is.
the finale.
I
Woo!
can't believe we're here. We're going to
know.
get into it. But first, if you're new to this channel, please click subscribe and give this video a thumbs up.
And we're on Patreon as well. You can support us there at patreon.com/nerdtainment. Okay, I watched this episode at a gay bar last night, and it was thrilling.
I love to hear it.
The bar was pretty full.
Uh-huh.
The people I was with were like, it's usually way busier, like literally like elbowing through but we like had a table. It was great. People were pounding on tables, screaming at the screens. I felt like, I kind of was like curious your take on this episode because it felt so exciting in person,
right,
but then I was like, oh, if I was watching this by myself on the couch, would I be like, this is all red herrings and I see it all, I see through it all?
Yeah, I saw through a little bit of it. I definitely was I was excited,
Yeah.
but like also frustrated.
Oh, very.
And definitely not banging on tables.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. But we are coming off of this blindside of Sophie, Yellow Sophie.
Like literally they're all so proud of themselves. They're all so excited.
Yeah.
They're like,
we got out the biggest target in the game. And I'm like, I don't think she was the biggest target in the game. Maybe the biggest challenge threat.
Yeah.
I could maybe get on board with that conversation, but not biggest target in the game.
No, she was definitely a challenge threat, so sure.
Yeah.
But like being that proud of yourself, I'm not sure. But
Yeah.
anyway, good for y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Steven is like, I still have my block of vote.
Mm-hmm.
Rizzo has been lying about his idol, and I don't know if we all knew that yet.
I don't remember knowing that, but when I saw this, I was like, that's actually smart. Lie to them about the last time that you can use it.
I can't believe it worked.
Yeah.
We all know they go to 5.
Mm-hmm.
And he made up some story about how it was like early in the game.
Yeah.
So it goes till 6.
I mean, you never know, right?
Wow.
Like, I feel like that's a believable lie because they're constantly throwing in little twists and turns to how these advantages work. So I think it is one of those things where you're like, oh, don't they normally go to 5? But then at the same time, you can't really argue with that.
I mean, hopefully, though, players in the game are like, is that the truth? You should always be questioning, is that the truth?
Well, I am saying, Sophie, this is your last chance to steal the idol.
No, it's gone. What are you talking about? She done screwed that pooch.
No, but this is 6.
Oh,
they're at 6 now.
yes, okay.
So he's at the beginning of this episode saying,
Still at the top of the episode.
this is the last time I can play it. We're at final 6.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Sophie.
Ding ding Sophie, steal that idol.
And she says it in the edit at some point. She's like, I know. I need a flashy move. And I know I could take Rizzo's idol. But these are just things we want to hear. So
words.
It's a word salad.
Yeah.
That don't amount to much of anything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what else? She's still like, I don't want to sit next to Savannah and Rizzo.
And that
I'm
plays
like,
into this flashy move. Like, I've been with these 2 people. I know I can't sit next to them. Maybe that's my flashy move to betray them. Could have been.
Okay.
Could have been.
We're going to go to a reward pretty quick.
Savannah is out of gas. And Jeff's like, don't care. I was like, dang. She's like, wow, Jeff, like, this is the hardest thing ever. And, like, I can barely sleep. I'm so hungry. And I just really feel like I am totally depleted of energy. And he's like, cool. So let's get to today's challenge.
He's like, we're going to keep that going.
Yeah, right.
Ain't no stopping us now.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a reward challenge. And they're going to get to go to the sanctuary.
They're going to the sanctuary for an overnight. Okay. Not only is it Taco Tuesday at Sanctuary, margaritas, tacos, quesadillas, all the fixins. They're going to get the overnight with the bed. Because like,
apparently no showers, though.
Yeah, no showers.
I was like, wait, what? They look just gross the next day.
Yeah. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
All
if
right,
they could
whatever.
get a shower. But, they get the
shower.
comfort. Everybody is just like, everybody kind of like physically collapses when they hear about all this because I think even more than imagining winning, they're imagining not getting it. Because they like are just all so hungry and tired at this point that it's like, Christina's like, I already know I'm not going on this
and
reward.
the letters from home.
Yeah,
right?
that was it.
I think that
it.
really seals it because everyone's like, oh, I know this one. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. This is this reward.
Okay.
And it's like, honestly, you don't want to win this one because you have to make a choice. Mm-hmm. And this is the hardest one to make
you want
that
to be
choice.
Brought. You don't want to win it. You want to be brought.
But yeah, obviously you want to go on it. You want it. But like, this is just a tough situation overall. And I just want to remind people that when they come up on the mat, Jeff talks to all of them. We saw Savannah in the edit because of how this is going to play out. Yeah. It's not like, oh, Savannah just happened to be having a bad day.
He called her out. Right, no.
From one last thing. No, this is all in the edit.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go high stepping.
Through the ladder
We got some bags going through.
Yeah, weaving underneath this thing, and you have to sort of pop up to untie the bags, and then you're looking for one colored sandbag. And then you land it on the thing. Everybody ultimately, like, I think Savannah was in the lead and maybe Steven.
Steven was in the lead, I think, the whole time.
Yeah. And then, but everybody got to the point where they're just all tossing the bag. And it was kind of thrilling because it was a lot of like bouncing, like kind of banking off the edge, landing on, then falling off. And it really was kind of like, who's just going to have the magic throw in the end? Yeah.
No. And I think the edit really thought, I mean, Steven was in the lead.
Yeah.
And they were like really focusing on, you hear Jeff being like, Steven's going for it. Steven's going for it. And I felt like they got caught off guard. They were like, oh, Savannah got it.
Yeah. They're like, wait, cameras, move.
Camera. Blah, blah, blah. And Savannah's like, blah.
Right.
And Jeff's like, oh, you're in this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So Savannah's going to take
Savannah's going to win. And then she, of course, picks Rizzo, the man who's been talking about family more than anybody.
Okay.
I don't know whether or not that's true, but to me, if you're thinking of bringing someone for family, Christina's the one.
I mean, if
Christina
you're aligned with Christina, but
well, for sure. But she doesn't say I'm picking Rizzo because I'm aligned with him.
Well, she said he's been with me since day one.
Oh, that's true. Oh, that's fair.
So she's not hiding the fact that they've been a duo since the very beginning, and he talks about family, which I think is true because we have heard him talk about his brother. Mm-hmm. So, okay, fine. And then she gets to pick one more. And honestly, because I'm thinking, like, what's her strategy here?
I thought she might split them up.
Yeah. The fact that she has two allies works perfectly for this. Mm-hmm. Because she literally can choose her two allies. And the other three standing there can only be so upset.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, yeah, I know they're a trio. There's no hiding it.
It's literally like, we are split 3-3 now.
Yeah.
So I actually don't care if the three of you go off and strategize back at camp because I know where everybody stands right now.
Yeah.
So I actually would have thought if she was going to bring only one of them, it should have been Sophie. Because I don't know if Savannah knows this, but Sophie, I think, is more likely to flip. So I would want to keep Sophie close. I wouldn't want to send Sophie back to camp and have her start talking to Steven and Christina and getting ideas.
Yeah.
I would want to bring Sophie and maybe let Rizzo be on watch duty because I feel more comfortable that we're like rock solid if I'm Savannah from what I'm seeing as a viewer. But I really feel like normally I think we would be like, kind of risky to pick your two allies, but they know exactly where the party line is drawn right now in the game. So there's really, I think, no harm done to bring her two allies with her.
Exactly. That's exactly, I was like, okay, if you're in an alliance of more.
Yeah.
And you leave someone out, then you're in trouble. Or if you've been pretending like you're working with these people.
Yeah.
But they know they're not working with Savannah. Savannah knows that they've been trying to get her out. Mm-hmm. So I feel like this worked. Yeah, the only thing is, like, she could have taken Sophie and Sage to just, like, make sure she could get Sage over because Rizzo is a given.
Yeah.
But choosing Rizzo and Soph, totally fine.
Totally fine.
Off they're going to go.
Yeah.
To the sanctuary.
Where good things happen.
Okay, great.
And where margaritas happen.
Yeah, I didn't see enough margaritas.
I didn't. No, but we did see some sombreros, which I was like, oh, I guess we're wearing sombreros again.
I guess, yeah.
So first we're going to go to the camp, right?
Okay.
And Sage is like, this is my karma. She's
kind
of trying to handle it well.
It's true, though. This is her karma.
Yeah.
She 100% brought all this on herself. So fair. I'm glad to hear her say it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. And we get Christina basically being like, I'm going to say this, and I'm just going to say it. I think Sophie could flip. I think she could.
Yeah.
Because that's been something Sophie's kind of been dancing around. Not just with Christina, but with Sage as well. We've seen her talk about it.
Yeah.
So it really is their only hope of gathering like
it's
a
not
majority.
Their only hope. It's not their only hope. Because Steven has an advantage and he's going to be like,
True.
Let me open up with you guys about this. And so he explains,
Mm-hmm.
I do have this advantage. So we actually do have the majority. I'm going to take one of their votes and we have the majority. So we don't have to go to Sophie. Don't worry about Sophie. Do we really think she's going to flip? And they're like, oh, okay, cool.
Mm-hmm. So then, of course, their ideal target is Savannah. That's kind of what they're talking about. It's what they've been talking about. We go over to the Sanctuary.
Well, Sanctuary, they're literally cheersing to final threes. They're
getting lit.
They're like, final three right here?
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, probably.
I think so. At this point, I think so.
Although at this point, I was like, ooh, I don't know. We might have some excitement this episode.
What did you think was going to happen?
I thought that Steven and them had the majority because of his advantage.
And, okay, but at this point, we didn't know who won immunity. So at this point,
Right.
we weren't sure who was going to go home.
Yeah, I was like, one of these three can go home because Steven has the
it's
majority.
3-2.
Yeah.
Because we know Steven's going to play his block of vote now.
It's 4-2. Yeah. Oh, right, 3. I was thinking he was adding a vote, but you're right. 3-2.
Yep. But, Sophie's going to talk a little bit about her knowledge is power, which she has not announced to Rizzo and Savannah yet.
This is her first time telling them. And then I was like,
oh man.
I was like, okay, so we've
Why are you telling Rizzo?
We've definitely lost any possibility that Sophie is
gonna backstab Rizzo.
No, she's telling them about her advantage. No, we've lost her. Great. So now they're so excited. Oh my God, she has knowledge is power.
Use it for Steven's advantage.
We get to steal Steven's advantage. Now, we talked about this. Yes. We know that she can't steal Steven's advantage.
Sarah, I had a megaphone at the gay bar. I was like, because everyone's like, she's going to steal Steven's thing. And I was like, she can't steal the block vote because he plays it before tribal. I was so pleased as punch with myself that I had that intel.
I am pleased for you. Thank you for representing. I love that for you.
Yes.
Yeah, I was getting giddy. I was like, oh my God, they're setting us up for such an exciting tribal where she's going to try to steal it.
Yeah.
I was like, I was like,
yeah.
I was so excited.
Okay, so after Sanctuary, what do we do next?
Okay, we're going to then...
Oh, the rats.
Oh, of course, because they're like, haha, we're sleeping in
It's basically just to like, look how amazing
Yeah.
Sanctuary is. These people are getting bit by rats in the middle of the night. So
of
camp
course.
sucks.
Yeah. But
Then
they're going to
everybody's
return
back.
the next day.
Yes. And then
We've had a couple, so Steven and Rizzo talk, and we had a one earlier too, where Steven and Rizzo are like playing mind games with each other. And it's kind of fun to see because they're both not being honest.
Yeah.
But they're both like trying to be like friendly.
Yeah.
And, they come back together and they're like, well, what'd y'all talk about at the Sanctuary? And it's like, well, you guys probably are going to go for Sophie.
Yeah.
And Steven's like, yeah. And he's like, what are y'all talking about? And Steven's like, well, we just aren't going to name any names. Yeah, tell immunity. It's like such mind games.
I know.
Yeah.
They're just really toying with each other. And, look, they're two of the biggest threats in the game right now. So I think they're kind of feeling themselves. It's like those two and Savannah, to me, are the three threats.
Yeah.
But yeah, fun to see Steven and Rizzo kind of going at it a little bit to see who's going to crack first. But then we go to immunity.
Yes.
And I don't remember seeing this challenge, actually, Dee's season. Do you remember this challenge?
No, I literally was like, oh, is this a new challenge? And then he was like, no.
We played this on Dee's challenge. She set the record, 24 minutes, whatever.
Okay, great.
Which initially seems impressive because a lot of people are dropping within like the first 3 minutes.
No, not a lot of people. Rizzo. Has Rizzo,
I thought a couple people dropped within 3 minutes.
Has Rizzo fallen first on everything?
He might have.
I could go back to my notes, but I haven't. But I just feel like I was like, dang, he doesn't even, I don't even think he's trying.
No.
He
has an idol. What does he need?
He's like, I've got an idol. I can literally tell people what to do when they listen to me.
Literally nobody's ever going to write my name down.
I don't need to even try here. He exerts no energy whatsoever. Yeah. No, he's out quickly. Sophie is out quickly. Yeah. Did you notice that Steven was reciting the numbers from
No.
The island. He was like 1832, 48.
Oh.
1832. I was like,
Whoa.
oh.
It's like
okay.
the ramblings of a psychopath.
That's like stuck in his head.
Yeah, but he fails. I was watching this. I mean, this is like obviously a lot of hip flexor strength.
Yeah.
I was like, if you want to go on Survivor nowadays, you better be taking some Pilates classes.
Literally.
You need to work those slow, like fast twitch muscles, whatever the twitch muscles are.
Yoga.
Yoga and Pilates. And grip strength.
That really, right, and your forearms.
Though that's the holy grail.
That is.
These days.
100%.
Like, it's not so much brute strength.
Nope.
It's like one muscle is going to be like pushed to its limit, and that's like very Pilates yoga vibes.
100%. This is like tree pose. Like, can you stand in tree pose?
Hold this pose for as long as you possibly can.
So not a shock that Savannah and Sage are like...
Not a shock at all.
Not even flinching.
I really wanted Sage to pull this out, and it was exciting. Like, they both broke the record.
Same. Yeah.
And Savannah is just so locked in, it's crazy. I mean, Sage was really, it seemed giving her a run, but I wonder how much longer Savannah could have gone. She maybe could have gone 20 more minutes.
Sage seemed like she was more uncomfortable. Now,
she definitely did.
What was Sage doing here?
Reciting names.
Well, she was like, Savannah, give it to me.
Oh, you mean the negotiating part?
Yeah,
because for a while she was like, I'm doing this for Bobby, I'm doing this for so-and-so, and she's like reminding herself who she's playing for, but then she's like, Savannah, I can save us.
What were you going to do?
Savannah's
I was like, wait, what? I was like, are you about to tell her about Steven's advantage? Is that what she was going to do? She's like, I can get us out of here.
She was intimating that they were on the same side.
She's like, I know you won't trust me, but like, I can get us out. I was like, what are you planning, girl? What are you planning? It's not going to work, but I wanted to know what she was planning.
Well, she was really doing her best to like say it without saying it. Yeah. Right? And she was like, trust me. I really want this. Trust me, please. I know you can't trust me, but please trust me. And I admired Sage because there is something to the strategy of just continuing to pitch something to somebody, because personally, it's just hard to say no to people. So Savannah had to say no repeatedly to Sage. No, I need this. And Sage just kept knocking on the door. Yeah. And like, just from like a human perspective, I could have seen maybe Savannah's like, okay, fine, if you say so. But like, Savannah's just not that kind of player. If it had been anybody else, maybe it might have worked. But Savannah is so steely and like...
there was like a twinkle in Savannah's eye where I thought for a second she was considering it. Yeah. But maybe she just felt bad saying no. But, like, obviously you're going to say no, Savannah. Especially if you're like, I'm actually okay and I can stay up here for a little while. Yeah. I'm not about... Like, I think it only works when I'm like, I'm struggling and I'm about to fall. Yeah. So let me pretend like, okay, are you sure we're in this? Right. I'm going to give it to you.
And I just loved sort of Sage's doggedness in pursuing this, because I think the idea was like, let me just keep planting the seed, and maybe it'll get in Savannah's head of like, well, you know, I am really tired, and like, oh, my leg does hurt, and like, even if she's not like those pains aren't manifesting like physically, we're not seeing her shake, like maybe it's just a mind game. So I really thought Sage was like trying to manipulate her mentally, and it just doesn't work. Savannah is so solid physically, she is so solid mentally. Yeah. She wants this win, she knows she's in danger, she wins her third individual immunity.
Yeah, also Savannah is like, girl, we're not coming for you. Which, like, Sage could have eventually been the target, but Steven's already sitting on the bench over there. He has not won immunity. Yeah. So Savannah's like, we're not taking you out. We're taking out Steven, is what Savannah's thinking. So it's like, I don't need you to be doing this. Yeah. But I also wondered if Savannah was like, am I the target? Like, is Sage like fighting so hard?
Look, now that Sophie's gone, I'm the challenge threat. Yeah. So you're telling me you're going to get me out of this, but are you just manipulating me so that I'm not going to end up wearing this necklace and it's going to be easy to vote me out?
I kind of don't think Sage would have flipped like that, but who knows?
You never know.
I did love when Sage was like, what was she saying? I love you.
Bobby so-and-so,
Joe, blah,
right?
blah, blah. And then she was like, I love you, Sage. I'm proud of you. And I was like, you know what? Yes.
Positive self-speak.
Because it's not about like, I want to win this for other people. Win it for yourself.
That's right.
So I did enjoy that.
I liked that too. Sage falls and Savannah's like trying to be like, great job, great job. There's the last person you want to hear great job from is the one who just beat you. So, you know, Sage falls into the arms of everybody else on the tribe who's like, you did amazing. And Savannah's kind of like standing awkwardly to the side.
What was that? What was Savannah thinking?
I'm like,
why didn't
if you
Savannah
just beat
join the hug?
Oh, I think she felt awkward. Like,
yeah, I
I
think
just
it was very
beat
awkward.
you. And like, I was gonna beat you no matter what. So I can't lay it on too thick of like, good job, sweetie. You just lost to me. Like, I'd be like, don't touch me to the person who beat me.
Yeah, I guess. I was like,
she's giving her space. I think Savannah did the right thing.
I mean, she's just like, but nobody's hugging Savannah as well is the thing. It's like Savannah is
because they're sick of her. They're like, why are you winning all the time?
But is that what Savannah was thinking? She was like, look, they're all not hugging me. They did not want me to win.
And guess what, Savannah? If you're listening back in time, that's why you need to win every immunity from here on out.
She's like, heard, done.
Yeah.
Got it.
Your place in the game is so clear. Like, your fate is to win immunity to the rest of time.
I thought it was so, I was like, I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Okay, great. All right, so we're back at camp. Rizzo, Steven, more mind games. Great.
Yeah.
Rizzo, Sage. Okay, what starts happening here?
He's like, Steven, come on.
He's like,
it's
Sage.
Steven.
We want Steven out.
And she's like,
she's like, let me think about that.
Steven is a threat. I mean, and that's true.
Yes, I am not taking anything away from Steven. He's absolutely a threat.
But what I am bumping on is her not saying, Rizzo, you're the threat. Mr. Strategic Mastermind who's gotten his way every single step of the way, and you still have your idol. That is my biggest complaint of this season. I don't care about Sophie. Sorry, I don't think she's that big of a threat. I don't care.
The one in the game still?
Yeah. I don't care about Christina. No. Fair.
No,
you shouldn't be thinking about them. Sage, you should be thinking about Rizzo or Steven. And I think Rizzo is actually a bigger threat at this point than Steven.
I think, well, we're getting ahead, but I think Steven, Rizzo, and Savannah are the threats to win.
Savannah's out of the question.
Two of them are super tight. So I don't care how much of a threat this one is. These two need to be broken up. Okay, but anyway, back to this. Because I'm like, wait, Sage, what? She's like, let me think about this. Steven is a threat. And then she goes to Christina. And the fact that Christina talked sense, I was like, if Christina can see it, it's pretty clear, right?
But
no shade on Christina,
yeah.
But if she's like, hey, the three of us as an alliance need Steven to beat Savannah?
Because we all know that we need Savannah out. So how do we get her not wearing that immunity necklace? And Christina's like, Sage, I can promise you it's not me who's going to be wearing that necklace over Savannah.
It's not.
And as we saw today, I don't think it's going to be you.
Maybe it could be you. But I really feel better about Steven. Steven will do it for us.
Yeah.
Like, maybe. Like, that's our only hope. And I was like, oh, okay. Christina talking sense. Okay, we're back to...
But at the same time, I'm just like...
What?
Christina's kind of just been a little bit of a nothing burger. So it's like, how much sense is she going to talk into anybody? I don't know if anybody listens to her.
Not only is she apparently a nothing burger, Steven is going to then tell us that her game is like eating spaghetti. I didn't even know.
A mess.
I didn't even know that her game was that messy.
Because she goes up to him and she's like, he's like, have you heard my name? She's like, yeah, I said it.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait, what?
She's like, me and Sage, you're too closest allies.
We were talking about you.
We were just talking about how...
And Steven's like, excuse me? And she's like, no, I mean, it's just like, you're just a name that's not mine. And he's like, come again? And she's like, sorry, no, what I meant was, we were deciding whether or not to vote you out.
What? Oh.
None of that feels good.
And honestly, Steven played this really well because he was like, wait, what?
Uh-huh.
But yeah, she's like, you know me. And I was like, whoa, Chris. I just thought Christina wasn't doing anything.
My winner pick. She's my winner pick.
Well, I just lost mine, so.
Yeah, mine outlasted yours at least.
I didn't know that she was like messy player. We just thought like she
know.
wasn't in it, but to hear them talking about it. But
It's
anyway,
just not, no.
so Steven is like, wait, am I on the board?
Mm-hmm.
But again, I'm like, doesn't matter. Christina has talked sense into the world. So let's go to tribal where
Wait.
Oh, wait, are we not there yet?
We are,
Oh.
but as we're going into tribal, Steven reveals that he's blocking Savannah's vote. And then we get, this moment was like absolutely phenomenal to experience live at this bar.
Oh.
When Sophie is talking about her knowledge is power and how is she going to use that.
Yes.
And obviously it's been kind of leaving these breadcrumbs all episode long that she's going to try to steal Steven's block of vote, which we know she can't do.
She can't do it.
And they even show us that he's already played it and
Yes.
it's no longer in his possession, so he is officially blocking Savannah's vote. So then you get this confessional where she's like, I could steal Steven's block of vote. But at the same time, I hear my grandmother.
Let's go, Nani. Let's go.
Because she's like, if Steven's playing, whatever, like, basically she's intimating, like, I don't feel 100% safe tonight. So what could I do to guarantee my safety? I could steal Rizzo's idol and play it on myself.
Yeah.
That would guarantee me a place in the final five.
Yep.
No questions asked. And I hear my dead grandmother saying, you didn't know this fool 22 days ago. And literally everybody in the bar was like, you don't know him. Steal that idol. Like we were losing it at the prospect of her taking Rizzo's idol. And it was just like the ultimate Survivor red herring. But we were like, please do this.
Yeah, I was like, this feels like a red herring. It's
Yeah.
the last thing before tribal.
Yeah, right.
So I don't trust it.
Yeah.
But it's such good information.
Oh, yes.
And I'm thinking, because we know she cannot steal his idol. Or, I'm sorry, his advantage. Steven's advantage.
Right.
He has said to camera, I have already stolen Savannah's vote.
Yeah.
It's done. Which I love that they put that in there. Because he's like, now it's out of my hands. Anything could change.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Done it. And so I'm thinking, okay, if she tries... she's not brave enough to do Rizzo's idol. She's going to try Steven's thing. She's not going to get it.
Yeah.
She's the vote. So is
Yes.
Rizzo going to then realize they're in trouble? Because Rizzo knows Sophie's the vote as well.
Yes.
So is Sophie going to go, or is
Right.
Rizzo going to play his idol
because
for her?
Steve and Christina Sage are all assuming, like, they're blocking the vote, but they are assuming that once it's revealed, or whatever, they're assuming Rizzo's going to play his idol on himself. Because they're all under the impression that this is the last chance.
They have not even discussed him as a target.
Right. So Savannah's not an option. Rizzo's not an option. You're right. Sophie's the vote.
Yeah.
So it's like, is Rizzo going to be smart enough to then decide, these people probably think I'm playing my idol on myself, so I'm going to play it on Sophie. So
Yeah.
there's like so many question marks going into this tribal.
Because I genuinely was like, oh, dang. I thought Sophie was going to go all the way. I was like, I can't believe she might get taken out just by, like, happenstance,
And
right?
I literally, up until the votes are read, thought she was going to be taken out.
I thought that Rizzo might play his idol for her. But I thought it was her or Rizzo plays his idol for her.
Yeah.
And I did not see that Sage and Christina both, y'all, flipped on Steven. Someone explain it to me. Tell me. This is when I got loud like I was in a gay bar.
I wish you'd been there.
Because, okay, but let's not skip the good part of this tribal. This tribal was incredible.
Yeah.
Sophie building it up.
Yeah.
Being like, Jeff.
Oh, knowledge is power.
I got knowledge is power. And you know what? You shouldn't make your advantages public. Because someone might steal it. And he's straight up like, nope.
Yep. And she does the thing, like earlier in the thing, they were just kind of talking about like, we're down to it. It's final 6. Savannah's got the necklace. And this is Sophie narrating where she's like, Savannah's got the necklace and there are all these other advantages in the game. Rizzo's got his idol and this guy's walking around with some mystery advantage in his pocket. As soon as she said this guy, I was like, she's going to try to steal his thing.
Yeah.
She names Rizzo and she says, this guy is walking around with some mystery advantage. I was like, you've given yourself away. I know
Yeah.
exactly what you're going to do now, and
Yep.
you're going to try to steal Steven's thing, and it's not going to work. So she does.
She does.
She's like,
She's-
she does. She unfurls that. Oh, Jeff, let me read it to you. Knowledge is power. And she turns to Steven and she's like, do you have an advantage? And he looks at her and says,
No.
no.
No, I sure don't.
I don't.
And then she's like, oh my God, he gave it away. And he's like,
She says, I gave it to somebody
Nope.
else. He's like, nope.
no.
No.
And
they
Rizzo-
haven't even voted yet. So they don't really know what's happening.
No, and Rizzo is obviously upset. Savannah's like, oh, wait, what's going on?
Uh-huh.
And I was like, yes, this is so juicy.
Yeah.
For the first time since the Nate vote.
Yeah.
They don't have complete control over this.
Yeah.
It's such good television.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sage and Christina just effing ruined it. That's how I really feel.
I don't think Sage feels like she ruined it.
No.
I think she feels like she just made another big boss move to put on her resume.
I truly cannot wait to talk to Sage. I have
And that's,
so
by the way, going to be next week.
many questions.
She's a goner. Sorry.
Because, yeah.
There's no way they're going to vote out Christina next week. Nobody cares.
Now, Sophie had potential.
Yeah.
But after this tribal, she and Christina are now equally drag them
They
to the
look
end.
like jokes.
So these two people drag to the end, Sage, and then a really tight duo. Sage, you are doomed.
Yeah.
I don't know how Sage escapes this at all.
And poor Sophie, to be honest, because like I kind of don't remember a moment like this where there was an advantage that was sort of public and people knew, but it like was played before tribal. Like I think
No.
this is going to be something that future players will carry forward in the
Yeah.
game and be like, but what if their advantage is played before tribal and then we can't steal it?
Yes.
Like this is a moment. And Sophie
Yeah.
got screwed, unfortunately. Like I
Right.
actually thought she's played a great social game. She's kept herself out of danger. She's the last original blue member standing. Like so many great things for Sophie. And I thought she legitimately could have built a resume to win in the end. And now I unfortunately think this move, this mistake takes her out of the running to win.
Yes, I agree. And not really to her fault. Because like you
No.
said, like she didn't know what advantage he actually had. And they don't always get played before tribal. That's
Yeah.
pretty rare.
Yeah.
So you got knowledge is power. You have to try to use it. But it's tricky. So
Mm-hmm.
it failed. So like that's not on her.
Yeah.
But she said she needs a flashy move, which is true. And that knowledge is power is now dead.
Dead.
You only get one shot at it.
Dead. So we see
So it would have been lovely if you had taken Rizzo's idol.
that would have been amazing.
Or even Christina's a couple tribals ago. Just for fun. You didn't need to do it, but you did it.
It was
you know?
a huge flop because the other thing was like she'd kept this a secret up until she shared it at Taco Tuesday at Sanctuary. Like I don't know. It's just like so unfortunate it went this way. But we see Savannah's vote blocked. We see Sophie vote for Steven and we see Steven vote for Soph. So we kind of know it's going to be one of them. We come back and Rizzo.
And I still am like, Rizzo's going to play his idol for her.
You thought for her.
Yeah.
Well, no.
No.
And look, I don't blame him because you should play your idol for yourself in Survivor. I'm sorry.
No,
And,
no. For sure.
But I also think that move was a little bit of a flop for Rizzo because he goes up there and he's like,
What is he doing?
who am I going to play it for? Okay, Jeff, I'm going to play it for myself. Cut to the jury and they're all like, MC was literally like, obviously you need to play it for Sophie.
But
They're not impressed.
we saw this the last time that he played a fake idol.
Yeah.
Like, I get that he's all into the show, but if it's rubbing the jury the wrong way, it's not working. So he steps up to say, my girl's in danger.
Yeah.
I should play this, but I'm going to play it for myself, but not tonight. Like, none of that needed to happen.
No.
A show for no reason or a show to, like, make other people look bad. Like, I don't know. This
It's
isn't...
just the jury's like, what are you doing?
I don't know that this is a smart idea.
Yeah.
He's so good.
Wait, so he didn't play his idol?
No.
Oh, I thought he ultimately played it for himself. I guess we stopped when he
100%
said
saved it.
when he said, I'm gonna play my idol for myself, I think the bar started
Like, lost
screaming,
it? Yeah.
and I lost the moment where he said, "But not tonight."
But not tonight, and he walks back to his
okay,
seat.
that actually changes everything because
It does.
Sophie gets one vote. It's Steven. The rest of them are Steven, like you say.
Yeah.
Sage and Christina flipped. And I thought, like, when I was like, oh, I think Sage thinks she made a big boss move for her resume, I think she's thinking, I voted out Steven. The knowledge is power is now gone, and Rizzo's idol is gone. Like, look at all this stuff I did by flipping on Steven. But if Rizzo still has his idol, then it's not as big of a move.
So when Rizzo sat down, Sage goes, "Is that still good next tribal?" And he goes, "Yeah." And she goes, "You turd."
Oh,
So
wow.
so it's clear that he didn't use it, still has it, and it's still good for next tribal. I would like to see Survivor players questioning things a little bit more.
I would like to see Survivor players flushing an idol.
I mean, I would definitely like to see that. It's wild. It is a wild, wild world that we're living in, and I genuinely was so excited for Steven to put that trio back on the bottom, to have the upper hand, and then for his alliance to vote him out.
Now? Use him while you still need him, and then kick him out later.
And again, tell me how this helps Sage and Christina.
It certainly doesn't, and Sage will be going home next week.
It's not going to be Christina.
No.
Unless Sage wins immunity. Then it'll be
Has she
Christina.
won immunity yet?
No.
So
So
Sage is going to be gone next week.
I
it's
have
too bad
to
because
imagine
I loved her edit.
I love Sage as a character.
Yeah.
But she has consistently made horrible choices in the game. And I am the meme of like, I was rooting for you.
Yeah.
I feel so betrayed.
I know. It's
and
too bad.
disappointed.
And Sage is like, she's saying to Steven, like, I couldn't beat you.
don't understand.
Yeah.
No,
you're right.
You're right.
But this is top 6.
But
it's not top 4. It's not top 5. Like,
But do you want to sit at Final 3 with him and try to beat him? Or do you want to go and not even make it to Final 3? Because I don't see how you're splitting up
you're not.
Rizzo, Savannah.
Unless you do it now.
I do think that probably in the back of her head, she thinks that she can get Sophie over. So maybe.
Interesting. Okay.
Maybe she's like, I don't need Steven. I'm going to get Sophie over. And then we're going to turn on Savannah and Rizzo.
But you need Steven for that to win the immunity necklace.
That's
so
real
that
risky.
Savannah's sitting there without an immunity necklace.
Yeah, that's real risky because one of y'all has to win immunity, and Sophie has to turn, and I don't think you're going to get Sophie to turn. I think this is a misread that Sage thinks she has, ins more than she does.
Yeah.
But that's because we have the edit.
It's too bad.
She doesn't.
But at this point, it's feeling a little like The Amazing Race where we know who the final 3 is going to be.
She peaked with Shannon.
Yeah.
And it's been downhill ever since. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah, yep.
So.
Yeah, I lost
that.
Steven. He's on my draft team. Sage is the only one I have left.
Well, good luck to you. I got
But
nobody.
you got nobody, so I don't want to hear from you.
I'm the big fat loser this season.
Yes, thank you, Lady Di. Steven was a lovely chat today. We had good talks, and he too doesn't understand what Sage and Christina were thinking.
Yeah.
But he did revel in telling Sophie a big fat nope.
Yeah, oh yeah, that probably was it was like the peak and then the valley in quick succession for his Survivor ride. But
Oh, wait, she had to do it. She has any hope of winning? Tell me how she's going to beat Savannah and Rizzo. Tell me.
yeah,
How?
I don't see it happening.
I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to see it. She got to take them all out.
Yeah.
Yes, please check out my interview with Steven. It was a lovely chat. He does give us some information, so if you haven't seen that yet, please watch that.
Yep.
Tomorrow, we have a little Amazing Race finale to chat about.
New time, same place.
Yeah, same place, 3 p.m. Pacific.
Yes.
6 p.m. Eastern for Amazing Race. And then
Yes.
next week is the Survivor finale.
Yes.
And we will be live on Wednesday night right after the finale, correct?
We will.
Yes. All right. You guys in the chat, love you. thank you so much for being here.
Yes, thank you for coming live. We got a good crowd tonight.
Yeah.
And for those of you joining us later, leave us a comment and tell us how you feel about Steven going home. Sage's move, Sophie's move, Steven's move, Rizzo's move. Like, what do you think of all? This was like a really exciting tribal, even if it didn't like end in the most exciting way. It was kind of cool to see all of these variables kind of come together. So let us know how you felt about that and give us some predictions for next week's finale.
Yeah, I definitely want predictions. I mean, especially if you can see a path for Sage, please.
Yeah.
Let me know. Is it possible that the trio, the Tres Leches, get split up at all? Is that even possible now?
No, sorry. But tell me if you think.
Please give us all of your theories.
Yeah.
And we'll see you next time.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye.